Volunteers? I want more volunteers. Hey guys, last week we talked a little bit about fall outreach, and we said, hey, here's 4 things you can do to let the community know about what your church has going on this fall. That made me naturally think a little bit about volunteers. You've got big fall plans, you have a big event, there's something happening, and you need people to help you pull it off. So where are you going to get the volunteers? So I want to tell you the 4 best ways to make sure that no volunteers show up at your event. Number 1, don't pray for them. James chapter 4 says, you do not have because you do not ask. The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Guys, we need to be praying for volunteers. We need to pray that God will provide them. And then not only do we need to pray that God will provide them, we need to be praying specifically for each of our volunteers. Don't underestimate the power of praying for the people that you're going to be working with. Second, don't clear the path. If you want to make sure no volunteers show up at your events, make sure the details are as unclear as possible. How many face painters do you need? I don't know, maybe like 20? How long do I need to be there? Not really sure. I know the event starts at 7, but I don't know how long it's going to go. What time do I need to be there to set up? Not really sure. Just whenever you want to be there is fine with me. If you want to make sure no volunteers show up at your events, make sure that the pathway is as unclear as possible. Don't bother clearing the path. Number 3, don't connect them to their calling. Listen guys, people want to be a part of something significant, something bigger than themselves. Nobody wants to do something small that doesn't have any impact, that means nothing and only lasts for one night. All Christians are called to be children of God, and we are all called to a very specific work. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 10 is very clear that God has created us for a good work to do. You need to connect the work that you are doing to their good work, or else they are not going to want to be a part of your small stuff. And 4th, don't see this as discipleship. If you want to make sure that volunteers don't show up at your event, make sure each volunteer knows that this is your gig, your event, and they're just a cog in the wheel helping you to accomplish your dreams and your success. As long as volunteers just realize, hey, we're just completing a task for the leader, you can be assured you will not have those volunteers for very long. So if you don't want volunteers, don't see it as a discipleship opportunity. So there you guys have it. 4 ways to make sure you kill your volunteer base. I hope your guys' falls are awesome. Hope you guys have great events planned. Let me know what you guys are up to, how you guys are reaching out to people, and what you do to build your volunteers. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'll catch you next time. To do if we want to make an impact in the lives of volunteers, and if we want to have volunteers show up again in the future.